Hi everyone, I'm Jodie Comer, and today I am playing Best of British with ELLE UK. It's gotta be Mr. Whippy, flake, sauce, sherbet. But not many vans do sherbet anymore, I've found, which is a travesty. But I feel like you've gotta have the sherbet. Yeah, Mr. Whippy. You've gotta have a Mr. Whippy, haven't you? I had one, I was home in Liverpool the other week and I was walking along the dock and I was like, I want ice cream, and I went to one van and I got my Mr. Whippy and it had a flake in it and she had the sauce, but she had no sherbet, and I was like, okay, just what it is. And then I walk around the corner and there was another van and then this kid like emerged from behind the van and he just had a cone full of sherbet, and I was like, I picked the wrong van. And I was like, should I go and get another one? I was like, no, Jodie, just eat the ice cream. So my summer drink of choice, I feel like a cold beer or a shandy. A shandy is nice in the summer. Pimm's is great. It's got to be well made though. You know, when you get like a mojito or a Pimm's and like the mint leaves are brown and the fruit doesn't look great, like I can't really deal with that. So if it's a good Pimm's, then I'm in. The first thing I think of when I think of British summertime is honestly hay fever. It's not glamorous, it's not what you want, but it arrives anyway. And it seems to be getting worse, I don't know. But on the more positive side, I would say, well, you said M&S tinny, and I think that's a good one. Like a train journey somewhere and going into an M&S and getting a gin in a tin. That it's the spot in the summer. And I also think like being in London on like a summer evening is pretty beautiful. What qualities make someone British? Apologizing for everything, even when you've done nothing wrong. Even when someone bumps into you in the street and then you then, you know, like something happens and then you apologize for something that somebody else did, I think is very British. I think we're very self-deprecating, bit goofy, which I admire. I think goofy's a good thing. Mild alcoholism, I don't know. It's probably very British. I love our sense of humor. I think the Brits have got a good sense of humor. I think what I love is that we really don't take ourselves very seriously. And I think that's a really beautiful quality to have. As I find sometimes, especially if you go to America, you're like, oh, okay, it's a little different here. Humor's a little bit different. Things kind of, which is fine, different's good. I would say I've been through all these stages of Biscuit. These remind me of my childhood. I think everyone loved the Jammy Dodger. I would take a bourbon. Bourbon? Is it bourbon or bourbon?
Bourbon's the drink, bourbon's the biscuit.
Bourbon's the biscuit. That's why, because when we were in Cincinnati filming the Bikeriders, we went on a bourbon tour, but I was calling it bourbon, which everyone took the mick out of me for. So that's clarified. So I would take a bourbon over a custard cream, and I would say the reigning supreme has got to be the ginger nut, because it's a little bit spicy. It's a good dunker. The ultimate cup of tea for me would be a Yorkshire tea bag, strictly. Nothing else will suffice. I'm back on the whole milk, like everybody else who's suddenly like, oat milk is so bad. I'm that person, so I'm back on the unhomogenized whole milk, a splash. And then it's gotta be made with love. You know, I think when you get a cup of tea and it's not been made with love, you can taste it. So I would say a healthy amount of love whilst being made. I would say, I mean, I don't know if we can defend ourselves, honestly, a lot of the time. But if I was to try, I would say, you know, cut us a little bit of slack. We don't get a lot of sun, so we get a little bit excited. And just let us have that a little bit, you know? I would say the same for, you know, like we get a tiny bit of sun and next thing you know, everyone's in like a tank top and flip-flops, you know? And it's like, ooh, but then it's like, just gotta let them have it, haven't you, when you don't get a lot of sun. Handbag essentials in the summer. Sunglasses, nasal spray. Sun cream, you could probably do with a little sun cream. I always try and take as little as I can. I feel like it's so weird though as a woman, like when you don't have a bag, how naked you feel, which I hate. I hate that we constantly feel like we have to be attached to like all our little things, which we don't really need. Ooh, summer playlist. I'm really into Cleo Sol at the moment. Pip Millet's just released an album, which I'm really enjoying. I feel like a good summer artist. Little Dragon, I feel like, is a good vibe in the sun. Future Islands. Anything that's uplifting. Yeah, I would say them. Best places to go in the UK in the summer. I wish I had better answers for this because I feel like the past few summers I was doing a play or then I was in America. And I've always wanted to like spend like 3 weeks in like the English countryside in the summer. Like that is a proper dream of mine. I feel like that would be a beautiful way to spend it. I also really want to go to Cornwall. I feel like going to Cornwall in the summer would be great. These are all just my wants at the moment. But also I just feel like any sort of like spontaneous gathering with friends in the summer is always like a really kind of lovely feeling to have. Thank you so much for watching. See more in this month's ELLE UK.